of the new 2026 Carnival.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Yes.
After the frigid temperatures in Boston, it's so much different here in Houston. Temperatures in the 80s, but the roof is closed, and it is time for baseball. As the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. So New York Yankees against the Houston Astros, and the first of three from Dyken Park in Houston, Texas. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Yankees baseball. Along with David Cohn, I'm Michael Kay. The Yankees have been red hot. They are 6-0. Everything's clicking, but particularly the pitching, which leads us into tonight's pitching matchup. The Home Depot working on a win pitching matchup. Lance McCullers Jr. will get the start for the Astros, and for the Yankees, it's Will Warren. He's coming off an outstanding start, David.
Yeah, I think the Yankees could not be more pleased with Will Warren. Really, from day one in spring training, he came ready to go. He impressed everybody in the spring. He's earned his spot, and he has just kept on going in terms of his style of pitching, that two-way fastball, four-seamer, two-seamer, and improving changeup. This kid's got a lot of confidence, and he's dominating the mound right now.
Now we talked about the Yankee rotation, cooking up something special with Hexclad. Join the hybrid revolution at hexclad.com. So during the win streak, the starters are 5-0. Look at the ERA, just 9 walks, 41 strikeouts. Opponents at 151 against them, and they kept the ball on the ballpark. Just 2 home runs. Now, this is going to be a test, this 3-game set against the Astros. As a team, the Astros are struggling, mostly because of their pitching. The offense is on point, particularly Yordan Alvarez. David, he might be one of the best hitters, if not the best hitter in baseball.
Yeah, I mean, he's been coming on. It's a question of health with Yordan Alvarez. The swing has always been there. And what a beautiful swing it is. Of all the left-handed swings in Major League Baseball, his is at or near the top in terms of pureness and beauty and power. This guy's locked in. He's as good as anybody in any lineup in the middle as a run producer and a high average guy. Just a really hard out right now, and he's on top of his game.
And if you look at what he's doing, the numbers pop off the screen. He's first in everything in the majors: average, home runs, ribbies, and OPS. Yankees have to watch out for him this weekend. But the Yankee staff, as we mentioned, they have been dealing, even the bullpen, but the starters have been outstanding. Matt Blake, the pitching coach, talks about it with Meredith Morakovitz when we get back right here on Yes.
Find a shelter near you at animalleague.org.
Welcome back to Houston, Texas for Yankees baseball on Yes as we inch closer to first pitch here at Dyken Park. Hey everyone, I'm Meredith Morakovitz alongside Yankees pitching coach Matt Blake. Matt, the rotation has been spectacular over the last 6 games, collectively pitching to an ERA under 1. What has led to such success?
Well, I think they've been in a good group mindset of attacking the zone early, trying to create favorable counts for ourselves, like simple baseball truisms that are just hard to execute on a day-to-day basis, but they've committed to it and showing up so far.
When everybody is throwing the ball well, how much do you feel like each guy feeds off the next?
Yeah, I think it's true. I think they each kind of see what the guy did the day before them, and they want to try and one-up them in a friendly manner, but goes a long way that, you know, building on the guy's success the day before, maybe give them a roadmap for what they can do. So far, so good. You
have Will Warren going tonight. He had a successful 2025 campaign, and we've seen him pick up where he's left off. What steps do you feel like you've seen him take forward even this year?
Yeah, I think he understands himself a little better. I think he knows how the league's going to approach him a little bit more. Feel like he's a little more stable mentally in some of these innings where things start to go sideways. I think he's got a better plan for how to get out of it. So that's probably the biggest thing, is managing the big inning.
Yordan Alvarez, one of the best hitters in baseball. How do you make sure he doesn't hurt you tonight? What do you tell your pitchers?
I mean, we just identify that he's a really good hitter and obviously stands out amongst some of the best in the league. So there's a lot of things he's going to do well, but we got to do our best to kind of minimize the damage he's going to create. So sometimes it's passing the baton to the next guy and not letting him beat us.
Matt, appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Plenty more to come here on the Yes Network. When we get back, Michael Kay will be joined by David Cohn. First pitch coming your way after the break.
Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by FanDuel. Today only, you can claim a profit boost to use on any bet type. Money lines, totals, home runs, it's your call. By Nissan, hop into a Nissan Rogue and hit the road to adventure. Shop NissanUSA.com. And by the New York Lottery, this could be your lucky play. We're a shot of Aaron Boone in an Astro uniform, now in his 9th season managing the Yankees. First game of this 3-game set. Take a look at the Yankee lineup against Lance McCullers Jr. Grisham, Judge, and Bellinger at the top. Rice, Stanton, and Chisholm in the middle. And then it's Zascara celebrating his 31st birthday. Ryan McMahon and Jose Caballero. Grisham's ready. The 32-year-old Lance McCullers is ready. And let's do it here in Houston. First pitch is a strike. We're underway.
See McCullers on the year. It's been a bumpy start for him so far. A couple of homers, 9 walks, a little too much. Really high ERA.
And the 0-1.
And let's check out the Nissan pitcher scouting report for Lance McCullers Jr. He's always had that elite curveball. Now more sinker, cutter, sweeper combo. And below average velo from what we saw from him years ago.
Two and one on Grisham. Grisham had 1 hit in 6 at-bats in Boston. And a strike. 2-2. Adam Beck, the home plate umpire. The crew chief, Dan Iasonia, first. Jeremy Rehack at second, and James Jean is over third. Yankees 16-9, and the Astros 10-16. Grounded foul. Check out the Astros defense, brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. Harris, Matthews, Smith. Left to right in the outfield, Paredes, Correa, Altuve, and Walker. Paredes and Altuve, below average defenders, and Yadier Diaz is behind the plate. Checks and swing, and the count full.
This is what Grisham gives you, right? A lot of pitches seen early in the game as a leadoff guy. Pushing McCullers' pitch count up from the first batter on.
And there's ball 4. We told you Adam Beck behind the plate. The umpire scouting report brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Considered hitter friendlies at 18 calls challenged, 7 overturned. Fewer outside strikes, fewer low strikes on lefty batters, 7th big league season. The boos you hear are for Aaron Judge. The captain steps in. Adam Beck takes his time making the call. One and one. Somewhere in New Jersey, John Sterling's very angry.
You turn up the microphone down there. Maybe we can hear him. We'll just go for sound.
Two and one.
Yeah, John Boy likes those home plate mics, doesn't he?
Yep. Just can't read the lips of the mask. 3 and 1. During the 6-game winning streak, the Yankees have averaged 6 runs per game, and they've allowed 1.5 runs per game. That's a good formula to win. And he walks Judge. First 2 batters, first 2 walks.
That's what the Yankees do. They're last in the American League in batting average, but they walk a lot. They have the most walks. That's the equalizer for them, and right out of the chute here, 2 straight walks.
Here's Bellinger. A big pinch hit, 2-run single in the 7th inning last night at Fenway. Helped the Yankees sweep the Red Sox. Been hot the last 11 games, hitting .325. Hit sharply and past Altuve into right field. Grisham had to hold up to see if it got through. It did. So base hit for Bellinger. Yankees bases loaded, nobody out.
You see he's all over that kind of flat looking sweeper that is right in his wheelhouse. He drills it, and as Michael said, that is correct. Grisham's got a hold, station to station, bases loaded, nobody out.
And Diaz has a quick conversation with McCullers. McCullers has been beset by injuries. Last year, 6.51 ERA. This year in 4 starts, 6.20. There's Ben Rice. Inside. Rice had 1 hit in 9 at bats in Boston. One. Bases loaded, nobody out. 2-1. And there's a challenge. Powered by T-Mobile. Let's see if Diaz got it right. He did. Boy, did that help out McCullers.
Yes, and bases loaded first inning. That's a good usage of a challenge right there.
So the count spins to 1-2. Foul ball. Grisham's at third, Judge at second, and Bellinger's at first. Ground ball. Altuve throws it away. Grisham scores. Everybody moves up a bag. And E4 on Altuve, minus 61 in defensive run saved since 2022. That's the worst among second basemen.
Well, it looked like a tailor-made double play. So if you're on the mound and you're McCullers, you're thinking, all right, I gave up 1 run, I got 2 outs, let me get out of it. Nope, not so fast. Unforced error. Base is still loaded. Still nobody out.
Stan takes a strike, so Rice gets an RBI, but reaches on the E4. There's been a decided deterioration of skills of Altuve at second. Last year they tried him in left, and that didn't work out too well. He can still hit. Batting cleanup for the Astros tonight. Right back to McCullers. He comes home for 1, and they'll go to first to get Stanton.
a nice snag here by McCullers. This ball's hit pretty hard. And great reaction out there and saves himself right to home. Home to first double play. First double play didn't work out to Altuve. This one did by himself.
Here's Jazz Chisholm. And Jazz is saying he didn't look at me at 8 seconds. So a warning by Adam Beck. Jazz finally got his first home run. Wrapped it around the pesky pole yesterday at Fenway. 4 hits and 12 at-bats against Boston. Take a look at that pesky home run.
Really caught a break down and in. That might be the one that gets him going. We'll see.
Two-one.
And Michael, Jazz told me after the last game in Boston that he did make some adjustments at the plate, backing away a little bit. He's a bit more closed off. He felt like he was opening up a little bit by backing up and closing off a little bit. He felt like that helped him. The tweak immediately paid off as he went 2 for 4 the other day with that home run that you mentioned. I asked him if it felt good to finally hit one, and he said he wasn't worried about home runs or power. He just wanted to get some hits, and that he did last game.
Well, in the Boston series matter, he had multiple hits in 2 of the last 3 games. Before that, he was 0 for 21. The first 21 games without multiple hits. One run on the board, runners on second and third, 2 outs, making McCullers work. He's at 27 pitches. Ripped into right center field. It is a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes Rice. He'll score. It's a 2-run single for Jazz Chisholm. And the Yankees lead 3-0.
Just a solid professional at-bat from Jazz Chisholm right there with 2 outs. After the Giancarlo double play ball, works it to 3-2, gets a pitch he can handle and drills it. That's what you call keeping the line moving. And a big 2 RBI knock there that may put McCullers in jeopardy here in the first inning.
And a quick trip to the mound. And that'll bring up J.C. Escara, celebrating his 31st birthday. Got a late start before he got his chance in the big leagues. A long and winding road, finally made it last year. And in his second year in the big leagues, he's turning 31. One and 0.
McCullers' history of arm injuries. Well, you can't let this go much further in terms of pitch count.
Altuve takes the out of first, and that'll do it. But the Yankees get 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 big error, 1 man left. Astros come to bat. Well, Will Warren has Alvarez and Paredes at the top. Altuve will clean up, followed by Christian Walker and Cam Smith. And then the left fielder Dustin Harris bats 7. Diaz will catch. Matthews will play center.
And those are outstanding numbers for Will Warren. As you look up and down, it's hard to find anything you don't like about those. Just a solid start so far to his season. It's paid off, and our Nissan pitcher scouting report for a little bit more. That deceptive two-way fastball is really the key. 68% of the time he's throwing a fastball, but you don't know if it's a four-seamer or a two-seamer. His eye-opening strikeout to walk ratio much improved this year. A 29.5% strikeout rate, way above average, and only a 5.7% walk rate, way below average. That's what you want. And his improving changeup so far this year, opposing hitters hitting just 125 when he finishes in at bat with that pitch.
First up, the veteran Carlos Correa. He had 6 hits in 3 games against Cleveland. The Astros took 2 out of 3. Astros started the season 6-3. Since then, 4-13. The power has not been there for Correa, but he still has 13 ribbies, hitting .284.
Kind of a case in point with Will Warren right there. And 2-1 fastball. Carlos Correa is looking for it and got beat. The deception with his movement. Really a key with his fastball.
And the count full. We told you the Astros can hit. They're 5th in runs per game, 5.27. 4th in batting average, 3rd in on-base percentage, 3rd in slugging, and they have 31 home runs. That's 8th in the majors. Their problems on the pitching side. Swing and a miss. Got him. Take a look at the Yankee defense, brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. And we're going to zero in on the third baseman, Ryan McMahon. He is our Car Shield defensive player profile. 58 defensive run saves, 2nd in baseball since 2021. 40 outs above average, 2nd in baseball. And Brian Hayes leads in both of those categories. So he's out of the league with Hayes. Chance he could win a Gold Glove. And there's a strike to Alvarez. David, you're looking at this lineup getting ready to start. Are you saying, I know they're all good hitters, this guy's not beating me?
Absolutely. Especially later in the game or with men on base. And you've got a place to put him. He's going to take first base if I'm pitching. It's not only because of who he is, but how hot he is right now, too. He's locked in. Those 11 home runs already.
And a strike. Last year he only played 48 games, broken bone in his right hand. That was kind of misdiagnosed. And that was a big blow for the Astros as they didn't make the playoffs. 8-year playoff run ended on the second to last day of the season. Right there, Caballero. 2 down. Here's Isaac Paredes. Now we'll take a look at what's going on StatCast 3D by Google Cloud. I'd say he pulls home runs. There's no going the other way with him.
That's why the Astros wanted him so bad, because of this ballpark.
Like that. But right there is Bellinger. He pulled it just the way we thought, but didn't have any lift. Astros go down in order. It's Daily Dinger for free every day for a chance at a profit boost if your selected player hits a home run. And here are the featured players' home run odds for today. Bellinger plus 550. Escar, the birthday boy, plus 600. McMahon hits one deep to left field, and that ball is going to be gone. A home run just got into the Crawford boxes. He goes the other way, and he gets his second home run, both of them to left field, and the Yankees lead 4-0.
The Yankees right back at it here in the second inning against McCullers. Crawford box special.
Well, the Yankees have faced so many lefty starters that he's become a defensive replacement. So he wants to do something, getting a start against a right-hander, and he just did. That's the only park in baseball that would have been a home run in.
Well, that's one thing he has done in the past is hit homers. He's got a chance to hit some home runs if he gets some confidence going and gets a swing right.
Caballero pops it up. Christian Walker.
Looked like a little cutter that just stayed out over the plate a bit, and that's really good hitting if you're trying to stay back behind the ball, drive it the other way, see it first. He does. Sees it, reads it, plays to the ballpark.
And he gets congratulated by the guy that's been playing third base, Ahmed Rosario. Back to the top of the order, and a strike to Grisham.
Just love Rosario's energy, right? It's infectious. He's the first one out of the dugout.
Grounded to first. Walker takes it himself, 2 down.
There's some guys that are just high energy guys, right? They lift you up just being around them. I think Rosario's one of those guys.
And he showed that right away when the Yankees got him at the trade deadline. He'd watch the games at Yankee Stadium from the outfield side of the dugout, and he would run to the home plate side of the dugout if anybody scored or hit a home run right away. He became that guy. 1-0 on Judge, who walked in the first.
McCullers has had his injury history. I mean, I've got a 2-page long injury history on him. To get through it all, I need about 3 innings. A lot of arm injuries. He's only pitched 103 total innings from 2022 to 25. It's been Tommy John back in 2018, flexor tendon, problems with his rehab. Finally back on the mound, fully healthy this year. But it's not the same stuff that we once saw.
Call a strike, the batter is challenged.
Judge is going to challenge that strike call, powered by T-Mobile. This is his 4th challenge of the year. And he gets that one right.
New York has 2 challenges remaining.
It's a confidence builder. If you're a hitter and you challenge, you need to have some success to keep your confidence to be able to go. You see him kind of hesitate there. Should I challenge or not? You want this guy to be confident in his challenges.
And the count full. So he's challenged 4. He's had 2 overturned. And now the Astros are challenging that ball 4 call. Powered by T-Mobile. And they're wrong.
Pitches the ball. Houston has 1 challenge remaining.
So Judge with his second walk. There's Bellinger. 0-1. Runner goes. Safe. Judge his 6th stolen base. Diaz has now thrown out 12 attempted base stealers. He's 0 for 12.
And Aaron Judge is feeling frisky this year. Very runnerish. Got to get it out and up, and a little bit slow getting rid of it.
I believe the Astros are going to challenge that call at second.
Back spike.
Don't know what was happening with the other foot on that replay. I don't know. What do you think?
That's close. Going to need another angle to make a definitive call here. Possible. If he got him on the spike, it was bang bang on his back spike right there. Is that definitive? If the tag's on, he's out.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is out. Houston retains their challenge.
A challenging half inning in many ways. Yankees get a run.
Welcome back. Ryan McMahon proved he had some pop with a solo shot in the top of the inning, but when he was acquired by the Rockies, no doubt he was known for his defense. When I spoke with Ryan McMahon the other day about his approach defensively, he told me defense is a choice. Every pitch, you need to make the decision that you're going to remain engaged when you're out there. Now, guys, he made 2 spectacular plays late in the game in Game 2 of the Red Sox series. One where he was in foul territory and had a very long throw to first base, which he made, and also a diving stop down the third base line. I asked him about both of those plays. He said the one from foul territory, never a doubt he was going to be able to get that ball over there for the out. He said that's probably part of my problem. When I'm out there, I think I am making every play. As far as the other one, he said sometimes you just have to close your eyes, stick out your glove, and hope for the best. And for McMahon, it seems to work out, Michael, more often than not at the hot corner.
And here are those plays that Meredith's talking about. So this one he knew he had. The next one, David, I don't know. Wow.
Yeah, that's Greg Nettles like there, but the throw on the run, on the money, was, he made that look easy, and it was not.
Tap slowly up the middle. Chisholm does not get Altuve hustling down the line. Once it got past Caballero, it became a tougher play.
Yeah, you're dead on, Michael, and it's got to be Caballero as he kind of hesitates. They're looking at each other, kind of hear footsteps, and Altuve still runs. He can get down the line, especially when you're smelling a hit.
So here's Christian Walker. Had a rough year last year, first year of a 3-year, $60 million free agent deal that he signed. Much better this year. Popped up. Rice runs out of room.
We got Willie Randolph in the studio tonight?
Yeah.
Willow. Got to ask Willow about this play at second base when you, in today's game and defensive positioning, how they communicate, like we just saw, how he would handle that situation. Need a little infield talk here with Willow.
We are so glad that he's become part of the Yes family. Nobody knows baseball like Willie Randolph.
It's captain.
Has a lot of rings, too. 6-time world champion, 5-time All-Star, captain, and a coach through the glory years.
You want to go down a rabbit hole? Look at his numbers. Defensive metrics, offense, on-base percentage. Check out his WAR, his overall WAR in his career. Willie Randolph deserves a second look. This pitch deserves a second look. Razor blade on the black, and you're right, a little delayed home plate call.
So here's Cam Smith. One and 0. This past Tuesday, Altuve played in his 2000th game as an Astro. 35 years old, 16th big league season, 9-time All-Star. 3-time batting champion. So he's batting cleanup today. And with all the ABS measuring, he is officially listed as 5'6". The last time someone batted cleanup that was shorter than 5'6", you have to go back to 1919. Rabbit Moranville, who was 5'5". And that was the Miracle Braves that year in 1919.
Run, Rabbit, run.
Three and 2. And he's the shortest cleanup hitter since Al Gianfrido. And that was the guy who made the famous catch on Joe DiMaggio. One of the rare times that Joe DiMaggio ever showed any emotion. Kicked the dirt around second base when that catch was made in the World Series. Runner goes. Ball 4. Cam Smith has been slumping 2 for his last 22, but he works a walk. So 0-2 on Dustin Harris. One and 2. Now, David, I should know, because it just came to my attention. Bob Costas just texted me, and he said he batted cleanup in Little League.
No way.
Yes, he
He
did.
did not just text you.
He did, right here. I'm not sure of Bob's official height, but 1-2.
Well, he's a giant in the industry.
Oh, I see what you did. Altuve at second, Cam Smith at first, one man out, 1-2 count on Harris. Strike three. Third strikeout for Will Warren.
Wow, this thing is just an absolute buzzsaw. Look at the left-hand turn that sweeper made. That ball's a foot outside until the very end and just raced to the outside corner. Beautifully executed.
And here's Yainer Diaz. Diaz was 5th in the Rookie of the Year voting in 2023. And David, since that time, it's gone downhill. He has not hit well the last couple of years.
Yeah, there was all the talk of Maldonado, the defensive catcher, being in his way.
Punch to right field, it's a base hit. Altuve rounds third, he's coming home. Here's the throw from Judge. Safe. Altuve scores, a single for Diaz, and the Astros on the board. It's 4-1 Yanks.
I love this kind of a play. This is a baseball play, right? You know it's coming. Altuve's not hesitating. Judge has got an arm. This is going to be on the money to get him out. It's just up the line a bit. And that's the difference. If that throw is on the money, you've got a bang-bang play at home, and he's probably out. Great baseball play all the way around. Love those kind of plays.
Here's Bryce Matthews. Oh, 0-1.
From the overhead, I mean, you could just see it unfolding, right? The drama of this play, you know it's going to happen. Altuve can fly, Judge can throw. Missed him by that much.
If his spikes are a little longer.
Yes, it was really that close.
Oh, that close.
It's a really good slide. He's a hell of a base runner. He always has been.
If Altuve was 5'7", he would have been out.
Yes.
Swing and a miss, 2-2. Matthews, 24 years old, first round pick in 2023 out of the University of Nebraska. Got great speed. 41 steals at AAA Sugar Land last season. Been an infielder in the minors, but that's all filled up here, so he's moved to the outfield. All right, we're going to send it down to Meredith, who has a report on Carlos Rodon on the Montefiore Einstein injury report.
Michael, he threw today for the Hudson Valley Renegades, 4 1/3 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, struck out 4 batters, 65 pitches, 43 for strikes, 6 groundouts, 1 flyout, a total of 16 batters faced. Big first step for Carlos Rodon. That was his first rehab start. Many more to come. Aaron Boone not saying exactly how many he needs as Will Warren finishes things out here.
Well, score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Yankees, the official source for your Yankees gear. Yeah, he wants you to eat chicken. Bellinger was at the plate when Judge got thrown out trying to steal second. So he gets a fresh count, 1-0. As we start the third, 4-1 Yanks. You know, before break, we heard Rodon pitch well, no setback. And everything's been going according to plan with Cole. And I know what Joe Torre used to always say. It'll solve itself. But if everybody remains healthy and pitching the way they're pitching, two of the guys in the Yankee rotation are going to have to be moved out for two veterans who are established. It's not going to be easy, David.
No, it is definitely not. These are in the category of good problems to have, obviously. I think it's a question, too, of who's suited for the bullpen. Who can move down there and be effective, possibly? Who's had experience with that?
And Bellinger down looking.
Well, one thing's for sure, the bullpen's going to get a big boost if whoever they choose to go down there. Bellinger knew it right away.
There's Ben Rice. Well, the guy is starting tomorrow, Ryan Weathers. Now, he's pitched very well in the rotation, but when you talk about transferring stuff to the bullpen, his stuff screams out that it would play in the bullpen.
I agree.
98 miles an hour, throwing from the left side.
Yes, he could be a dynamic weapon down there, and I'm not putting him in the bullpen. I know he can be a starter, but Will Warren last year gave you over 30 starts as a rookie. He's kind of showed his durability, and that's such a valuable commodity to have. Somebody who posts up like that, who's shown the athleticism to be durable. That's a skill set in my mind. Going out there every 5 days. Will Warren has that. He's shown that last year, and he's continuing to show that with improvement. So, we'll see. These problems Joe Torre's right, do tend to solve themselves, but I find it more exciting about, wow, your overall pitching staff's getting deeper, and who can help down there in the bullpen?
And down goes Rice.
A lot of times with McCullers, you get looking for spin. He's going to spin it, he's going to spin it. No, he's not. He throws his two-seamer right there. So you're looking for the local and you get the express.
So here's Stanton, Rapp doing a 1-2-3 double play in the first inning. Now, if you want to dream a little, if Cole comes back as Garrett Cole, Max Fried, obviously one of the best left-handers in the game. Cole's the number one, Fried's the number two. Then you could play with this, that Rodon's either 3 or 4, or Schlittler's either 3 or 4. It's an unbelievable fourth starter, whichever way you go with it.
I agree. Could split up the two power righties if you want, with a power lefty.
And then you take your pick on who's going to be your fifth starter. Pretty strong staff. McCullers seems much more comfortable, much more in sync than he did in the first inning. Working quickly, throwing strikes. High fly ball, right field. Smith is there. And McCullers retires the Yankees in order. We go to the bottom of the third. All right, this is a little segment we like to call, well, Mel, why don't you tell us? Jason hit it.
How about that?
Yeah, how about that about Carlos Correa? First player from Puerto Rico, selected first over on the Major League Draft. That's in 2012. Following the 17 World Series win, proposed to his wife Daniela in a live TV interview. Fortunately, she said yes. and was valedictorian of his class at the Puerto Rico Baseball Academy with a 4.0 GPA. How about that? Right, Mel?
How about that?
And here's Carlos Correa down the right field line and foul.
Daniela Rodriguez, you make me the happiest man in the world. Will you marry me? Will you marry me?
Oh my God!
She had to get through the ropes. But you know, you have a nice person there in all the pictures, Ken Rosenthal.
Would have been funny if she would have said, "Nah, I want to think about it a little bit."
There's Kenny. I wonder if he was tipped off it was happening. Two and two on Correa. When I proposed, David, I was as far away from any living human being in case she said no. Why would you want to be mortified like that?
Did you get down on one knee?
Yeah, it was on the beach in Montauk, and I dropped the ring, and I would not get up. It was the middle of the night. Not good. A lot of nerves. When you wait 49 years to do it, it doesn't go smoothly.
I like Montauk as a choice, though.
It was nice. 3 and 2 on Correa.
Did I say that right? Is it Montauk or Montauk?
Well, you said it correctly. It could be Montauk. Ground ball, right there, McMahon. One down.
This is what you want when you face this guy with nobody on base and you're pitching a game against this team.
Now you've watched this guy. Well, how would you pitch him? I know carefully, but what would be the way you'd go about it?
Yeah, it's always the default mode is up and in and down and away. You know, if you've got a good fastball, you've got to make him aware up and in, and then you can go soft down and away. That's the 1-2 punch that generally is the first place you go as a pitcher to find out.
What's the old saying that if God was a baseball player, up and in, down and away?
Yeah, it's been around for over 100 years. The reason is when you throw your hardest fastball in, the perceived velocity is much more, so you speed them up there. You get them sped up, and then you can slow them down with soft stuff down and away.
Check out the exit velocity presented by Spectrum on his 11 home runs. Average exit velocity 106.8. $11 home runs, 26 ribbies. Oh, a rocket to right field. Just sounds different. A single for Alvarez.
Yeah, the whole hum, 110-mile-an-hour line drive for a knock. It's just a beautiful swing. He's sort of like a pure shooter in basketball, right? He's got a beautiful stroke. That is Yordan Alvarez when he swings the bat.
Here is Isaac Paredes. You know, we talked about Paredes pulling all of his home runs. If you look in the outfield here at Daikin Park, he has never hit a ball to the right of the Planet Fitness sign, which is under the Cotton sign. Never to the right of that. All of his home runs, dead pull. So that, what's that, just a smidge past left center.
The key to that is contact point out in front. That's what he's looking to do.
That's why the Red Sox are interested in acquiring him. That swing would really play at Fenway Park.
And I like that approach right there from Will Warren. You can't just stay away all the time for a guy that's looking to pull. You come in off the plate, make him pull a foul. Now you've sped him up. Now you can go sweeper. You've got him conscious inside now.
High pop-up. Rice makes the play. Now what happened there? Was it catcher's interference? Why did Alvarez advance to second?
Unless he called a balk. This is where we need the umpires to be mic'd up so they can tell us what happened. Did not feel like he stopped. That's exactly what it was. He called a balk. That's why the batter's back at the box. Alvarez is calling for it. He balked. He didn't stop. He got the call.
And so Paredes gets another swing. High fly ball, deep left field. There it goes. Caught at the wall by Bellinger. He used up all of the ballpark and made the catch right in front of the scoreboard for the second out.
Good deke by Belly out here left. Any fly ball to left field, you just assume that it's out. And you can tell by Bellinger, he's kind of lulling you to sleep, and then the ball came back, and he's looking to get it into the infield, maybe catch Yordan Alvarez off guard there. So, yeah, a little sneaky play there in left field by Bellinger. That guy's good.
Caught the play-by-play guy off guard.
He got you.
Yep. So Matt Blake wants to talk with Warren. Alvarez stays put at second. Settling down Warren, who has to face Altuve with a runner in scoring position.
I love that visit right there from Matt Blake. Just to, regroup a little bit here with 2 outs, Altuve in the box. Make sure you guys are on the same page. What pitches you want to throw, how are we going to go at it?
Altuve in infield, single in the second, came around to score. Throw to second, got him. Oh, they caught Alvarez sleeping and picked him off.
Great job. Now we know why Matt Blake went out there. It was all preconceived. Let's see if we can steal an out at second base. Do a timing play. You got him flat-footed.
Oh, what a pick-me-up for a pitcher, and a good tag by Jazz. Now, Jazz Chisholm applied the tag on Yordan Alvarez for the final out of the bottom of the third. Now leads off the fourth inning, had a 2-run single in the first. You know what I loved about that, David? The sheer joy from Jazz Chisholm after he made the tag. Just the smile and and pointing at Warren. The Yankees have been doing a lot of pickoffs at second base early in the year.
Yeah, that's a great point. Everybody was lifted. Warren showed a lot of emotion there. Jazz Chisholm, coaching staff, it's a feather in their cap. They put on the play. Right away, Jazz knew it, sold it.
That's like a little league look right there. Driven deep to right field. Smith back on the track at the wall. See ya. A home run for Chisholm. His second of the year. Another reason to smile. Yankees lead 5-1.
Feeling confident. Maybe that first home run is the one that gets him going. Number 2 came a lot faster than number 1 came.
And Ascar takes a strike.
There's a certain energy that you need among your teammates, right? On a bench, A-type personalities, you're together every day. You know, Michael, you're with this team every day for the last couple of decades or longer. There's flat points during the season. You need these kind of personalities. Guys like Jazz Chisholm, Ahmad Rosario. Keep the life, keep the energy. Little goofiness too, little absurdity sometimes.
And Ascar down on strikes.
Change up out in front. Bat drops the minute he almost made contact. He knew. He's going to tell about it too. Anytime a pitcher throws a change up, a righty to a lefty, you hang it, you allow the bat head to get out in front and make contact. And that's where the pulled fly balls come from. And those pulled fly balls leave the ballpark.
McMahon. Altuve from the outfield grass. We have not seen the Euro step much because he hadn't had a home run till yesterday, but it's back. And he was putting pressure on himself. You could see he was expanding the strike zone too. That home run was weighing on him, that he hadn't had one. At the end of April last year, he had 7, despite a low batting average. But he had a low batting average, and he had yet to hit a home run till he wrapped one around the pesky pole. Now you get a chance to look at it again. Ground ball. Correa gets Caballero, and that'll do it. But Jazz Chisholm hits one to the seats in right. That's his 3rd home run of the night, and the Yankees have a 5-1 lead. Another multi-hit game for Jazz Chisholm. 2-run single in the first, solo home run in the 4th. Yankees lead 5-1. Altuve hits one deep to right center field. On the run is Judge. He's not going to get there. It bounces over the wall for a double.
Well, this is Death Valley version, Houston style. And the one part of the ballpark that is the deepest part is right where he hit it. And he drilled it a long way. I thought for a minute Aaron Judge was going to get there, but it was just too far.
Now you can't fall victim to the fallacy of the predetermined outcome, but you get picked off a second when Altuve's at the plate. This is the next thing that happened. Here's Christian Walker. Punched and just off the glove of Rice, and it trickles into right field. Altuve had to hold up. He advances to 3rd.
Well, good pitch from Will Warren, a little bit unfortunate. As you can see, right off the end of the bat, and just enough off the tip of the glove.
So the Astros trying to rally. First and third, nobody out. Here's Cam Smith. Walked in the second, 2 for his last 22. Oh and 1.
You know, that's the pitch that's really helped Warren out this year, that two-seam fastball running into right-handed batters. It sets up everything else. That one was a dandy. It just ate up Cam Smith. Taking him a while to get back in the box.
Came to the Astros from the Cubs in the deal that sent Kyle Tucker to Chicago. Tied him up. 0-2. See what opponents do against his fastball since last season. Love a strikeout right here. Yankees playing back. Looking for the double play. They'll give up that run. Chopped slowly. Caballero has one play, makes it at first. Scoring is Altuve. Walker moves to second, and now it's 5-2 Yanks. Time now for the Mohegan Sun team scouting report.
Well, their offense is contact driven, and it's been that way for several years. They've been hard to strike out. They're leading the league in runs scored and batting average. It's the pitching staff volatility that's hurt them, and less depth overall on their team than in past years.
Harris fouls it away.
The injury bug has really killed them on the pitching staff.
So on the notes that the team gives out, each team gives out notes to the media. On the right side of the Astros notes are all the injuries that they've had. And I'd say conservatively, it's 8 inches long. I mean, it's just one after the other after the other.
Yeah, Hunter Brown at the top, a really good power arm. One of the best young pitchers in the game out. Christian Javier out. Josh Hader, their closer, out. And the list goes on and on.
The shortstop, Jeremy Pena, out. Just missed.
Good time to run that two-seamer swing back on the inside corner after that backdoor sweeper that just missed. You talk about side-to-side attack angles. He's got it set up if he wants it.
Strike 3. Harris down looking. 2-away.
Four-seam paint works too. Well, let me just throw this right there on the outer half. That four-seam fastball once again. Got a lot of the plate there, but it just kind of jumps. His lower arm release, the angle of attack, and the life, riding life on his four-seamer. Just fools hitter after hitter.
And he is the king of the called strikeouts. 75 called strikeouts. So he's fooling the batter, and it's moving. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, there's so many things that goes into it. You know, we tend to just look at the radar gun. How hard's he throwing? Okay, new school. Spin rate. Boy, does he have good spin rate. Really, it's about the window you release from. There's sort of a recipe that all goes into the equation. Lower release point, good spin, good velocity. All of those baked in together end up being a really deceptive fastball for him.
into center field. Grisham is there, puts it away, and that'll do it. But the Astros get a run on 2 hits. 1 man left. 5-2 Yanks. We go to the 5th. Well, tomorrow night on Yes, the Yankees and Astros play Game 2 here in Houston. FanDuel pregame coverage starts at 6:30 with first pitch scheduled for 7:10 on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Audi scoreboard, Yankees 5, Astros 2. Yankees trying to go 7 in a row. They're at 6 right now, which is their longest winning streak of the young season. It'll be the top of the order against McCullers, Grisham, Judge, and Bellinger. Yankee fans will always remember his 12-out save in Game 7 of the ALCS in 2017. The thing that stood out, though, he went 4 innings, he struck out 6. He recorded the last 6 outs by throwing 24 consecutive curveballs to end the game. Maybe that led to all the arm problems.
It was so good back then that he just kept throwing it over and over again, and the Yankees had no answer for it.
He's in the final season of a 5-year, $85 million extension, and he doesn't know what comes after this. He said, I've been here pretty much since I was 18 years old. I don't know what the future holds, but we shall see. Ball 4. So Grisham works a walk. So here's Judge. He's walked twice tonight and got caught stealing. Oh, 0-1. One on Judge. Two and 1.
It's like McCullers kind of landed funny there, tweaked his knee a bit. Kind of spin out on his back leg.
High fly ball. Left center. Matthews makes the catch.
Left field number 35, Bellinger.
There's Bellinger, singled and scored in the first, struck out looking in the third. Grisham leads off first, held by Walker.
It's interesting, both of this battery, the pitcher and the hitter, both of their fathers played for the Yankees. Lance McCullers Sr. and of course Clay Bellinger. Got to go back to 1990 when Lance's father pitched for the Yankees out of the bullpen.
Colton Gordon, one of 3 left-handers in the Astros bullpen. He's up right now. Grounded, Walker. There's 1. And there's 2. 3-6-3 to get out of the inning. At the end of 4.5, we're halfway through. It's the Yankees 5, Astros 2. All right, David, let's check out pitching decisions presented by Sage.
Well, Will Warren has just really picked up right where he left off. A lot of fastballs, a lot of late swings. Sharp-looking sweeper, breaking a ton.
Here's Bryce Matthews, 1-0. Matthews struck out in the second inning. The numbers on Warren, 5 strikeouts in 4 innings, 1 walk. Line drive. Caballero makes the catch as it was curving to his right.
Yeah, on the button. That did have a little snake on it. It was 109 miles an hour up the bat with a little curve on it. Caballero says he. Yeah, he smoked it.
Correa takes the ball. Tap toward first, Rice fields, flips to Warren. 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, Warren's had Correa off guard all night in the first 3 at-bats. Behind the fastball, out in front of the breaking ball. And once again, Yordan Alvarez up to the plate with nobody on base. And this time, 2 outs. This is the perfect time you want to face this guy. Nobody on, 2 outs.
And this is the way they've done it now all 3 times. Nobody on in the first, nobody on in the third, nobody on in the 5th. Line drive off the glove of a lunging Josh Chisholm into right field. A base hit for Alvarez. They have hit the ball hard 2 out of 3 times this inning.
Yeah, this is another just drilled line drive. Over 111 miles an hour, and Josh Chisholm's got just a split second to react and get up, and not quite enough.
So here is Isaac Paredes. And a strike. Strike 2.
I like what Ascar is doing behind the plate right now. He's moving around back there. He'll set up in and make Paredes think he's setting up in and then shift away at the last minute. A little gamesmanship going back there as hitters try to feel where the catcher's setting up. You're not supposed to peek, Michael, but you do. You use your peripheral. The hitters are looking to see if the catcher's moving inside. Try to catch a clue, maybe look in. Ascar is kind of messing around with him back there, which is a good thing.
I've always wondered, David, even if you don't peek, do you feel the movement?
You do.
You do feel it.
You can feel it. not like 30 years ago where you tried to peek at the signs. Obviously, there's no more signs in today's game, but you definitely feel in and out. You want to know if a catcher's moved up inside, because then you can look and kind of cheat and look for a fastball inside. By cheating, I mean start your swing sooner. Try to anticipate the flow.
High fly ball, left field. And it hooks foul. I also wonder about the batters that have great hearing, because sometimes crowd mics can pick up the earpiece, what's coming out of the earpiece in the catcher's ear. And you're right there. So if the crowd's quiet for a moment and you hear the earpiece go fastball, a lot of things Babe Ruth didn't worry about.
You get a hearing aid, right?
Paredes with 2 fly balls to the left. Last one drove Bellinger to the warning track, right up against the wall. That one's cracked into left center, but right there is Grisham for the final out. No runs a hit. 1 man left. We'll go to the 6th. Well, thank you, Bob. We go around the majors. Murakami, 6 home runs, 11 ribbies, last 7 games for Chicago. The other Chicago team has a 9-game winning streak, and Ellie De La Cruz, past 11, has been red hot as Rice fouls it off. A lot of people missed on Murakami. That one's lined into left center field. It's a base hit. It's going to split the outfielders and go to the wall. Rice is at second. He'll stop right there with a leadoff double.
Something beautiful about a left-handed batter that hits a fastball the other way in the opposite gap like that. That's just perfect hitting. Almost Don Mattingly-like right there. Just a bullet right in the gap. He's thinking 3-2, Michael. He's feeling froggy. He's like, hey, wait a minute. No. Check up right there.
Here's Stanton. 1-0. Stanton hit into a double play and a fly ball to right. One and one. And 1-2. Count levels at 2-2. Rice at second. Yankees lead by 3, 5-2. Red Hot Jazz Chisholm on deck. Did he go? No. Dan Iasonia said no. Perhaps Stan caught a break. Ground ball and through for a base hit off the glove of a diving Correa. Rice will score. It's an RBI single for Stanton, and the Yankees lead 6-2.
Well, when you hit the ball hard, they get through. And Correa can play short, but can't quite corral that one. Right off of the web of the glove, and that'll be an RBI knock.
And that'll be it for McCullers as they go to the bullpen. They'll bring on the lefty, Gordon. Now let's check out one of tonight's player props brought to you by Bet365, where winning is everything. Jazz Chisholm has a home run in the fourth. Can he get a second one? Well, the odds for him hitting 2 or more is plus 725. And if he does, this time it'll be against the left-hander Colton Gordon. 3 games, you see his numbers. He does strike you out, 11 strikeouts and 7 1/3. .27 years old, second big league season. Got pushed into the rotation last year because of injuries, but he struggled with a 5.34 ERA. Now working out of the bullpen. .62 Yankees. Stanton just drove in his 14th run. He's at first, held there by Walker. And there is a walk to Chisholm. That moves Stanton to second. Perfect night continues for Jazz, and that brings up J.C. Escara.
Pitching coach will be scratching your head, Michael, when you come in a lefty on lefty and you walk him on 4 straight.
Well, this was the time to bring in the lefty. You have Chisholm, Escara, and McMahon. Now he does have 3 righties on the bench: Rosario, Grichuk, and Goldschmidt.
Wow, to come unglued on that one. 5 straight balls and then a fastball down the middle. That might be the best one he sees.
Two and one. Two on Escara. Grounded to second and struck out tonight. Gordon on a relief of McCullers here in the 6th. And the count full. Popped up and out of play.
Escara was putting on a show in batting practice today down there. A little different at 5 o'clock than now, but he does have some pop in his bat. A strong young man, and you chronicled his history earlier very well. 31 years old, birthday boy. He's got some talent.
Three-two. Left field. Going back, Harris. And he can't make the play. Carries off the wall. Stanton will stop at third. So it's a single off the wall for Escara, and the bases are loaded.
Gonna check on Stanton here. That was a little questionable, and Escara down and away, goes down and gets it. Let's see Giancarlo here. Not moving real well.
Now he's coming off the field too. So Michael Schuck, the athletic trainer, out there with Boone, and that will do it for Giancarlo Stanton. He has remained healthy at the start of the season, but there are always leg issues looming. I think the starting and stopping there?
Possible. Most leg injuries usually happen on the start, in the start part of the quick stop or a quick start.
So Randall Grichuk will take over. So here's McMahon, opposite field home run in the second, grounded to second in the fourth. Hit sharply right at Walker. Can't hit it harder. One down. Some good at-bats for McMahon.
Yeah, what you want is to get a good pitch and hit it hard, and you do. Problem is there's fielders out there. Sometimes they make plays.
Astros bring the infield in with one out. Caballero takes high. Popped up. Let's see if it stays in play. Diaz gives it a look as it goes into the seats. Line drive into right field. It's a base hit in front of Smith. The runners move up. Scoring is Grichuk. And the Yankees now lead 7-2. The RBI single by Caballero.
Just well done. Fighting that pitch off. Not only fighting it off, but getting it over the infield. Station to station, 7-2 now.
Grisham fouls it away. Now the infield backs up looking for the double play. Line drive, foul. Chisholm at third, Escara at second, Caballero at first. Caballero with his 9th run batted in. One and two. 2-2.
Been a tough start to the year for the Astros. You can see they're kind of wearing it on that bench right now.
Still 2-2. Fly ball, center field. Matthews back, makes the catch. Everybody tags, everybody moves up. Chisholm scores, a sac fly for Grisham, and the Yankees lead 8-2.
Just a really professional at bat from Grisham. Getting the job done, working the count deep. And of course, you got to walk Judge here.
Third walk of Judge, first intentional, so that reloads the bases and brings up the left-handed hitting Bellinger, who's not quite neutralized against the lefty pitcher. One and 0. Broken bat right at Altuve, and that'll do it. Yankees score 3, they leave 3. They're up 8-2. Hey, it's time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Tonight's picture is of Giovanna, who was hanging out with the Bleacher Creatures last homestand. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride, mention yes in pictures you post to social media. To reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers, we might spotlight you in a future game. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Altuve will lead off 4, 5, and 6 against Will Warren. Warren at 84 pitches. Altuve 2 for 2 against him. In his career against the Yankees, Altuve hits .367 against the Yankees on a first pitch. First pitch, .367 hitter.
And
that one he took.
And a lot of homers, too,
yeah,
off of that first pitch.
Foul back here. You know, David, we talked earlier, and we mentioned a lot about the Torrey theory, where you can't really worry about an upcoming tough decision, chop to Caballero, because that decision many, many times gets made for you. And he would say, now if I have to make a decision, I'll make it, but sooner or later it might get made for you. And so there was a lot of concern because Anthony Volpe's getting closer to being activated. Now if he gets through this weekend, fine. There's a chance we'll see him in Arlington, maybe not, maybe he could be on the homestand. And everybody's playing that game. Well, how do they get him on the roster? Would they have to send down Escara and go with Rice as the backup catcher? Would they have to release a guy like Grichuk? Well, now, I'm not putting Stanton on the IL, but they are very careful when it comes to lower body injuries with him. If they do, that decision was made.
Yes, it's a great point. It's also one of the reasons why they brought back Goldschmidt in the event that Stanton gets hurt. Now you have Rice and Goldschmidt to cover first and DH.
Two and one on Walker. So temperatures in the 80s today, and it's somewhat humid in Houston. Grounded and fair off the side wall. Bellinger will field. Walker's going for two. The throw is not in time. And Chaz points to the Yankee dugout and said, let's challenge this.
Call on the field is safe at second base. New York has challenged.
So the Yankees are going to challenge.
Yep.
And they're going to be right.
Yep. You can see the umpire was moving, trying to get into position, and the tag happened before he's in position. You can see him on the move. Maybe even a little too close to it. But it was right there. And a curious decision from Walker to go for two right there, down 8-2 here.
And a veteran guy in the place right in front of him. And really an outstanding left fielder in Bellinger. Warren knew it.
He didn't even pick it up down to first base. He just made up his mind he was going.
I saw the same thing. He was looking down to find the base. He never saw where it kicked back.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner was tagged. He's out. New York with their challenge.
That is a curious decision by a veteran ball player when you're down by 6.
I think he just took it for granted that that ball's down in the corner. It never got to the corner.
Anyway, about the weather, there was a story in The Athletic today that over the last 4 years, this roof at Daikin Park has opened twice. They just don't open the roof here. So it's retractable, but they don't use the retractable portion of it. And they give a lot of reasons why, but the biggest reason is the ball, according to most people that play here, does not travel when the roof is open. So they've got a team that if they're going to win, they're going to win by offense, and they want the ball to travel. Now in the postseason, Major League Baseball controls whether or not the roof opens, but they decide with the rules that you set. So if it's over 84, the dew point, things like that, and it's very complicated calculus, and they just don't open this roof. And down goes Smith. 6 innings for Will Warren. He has a lead. We go to the 7th. Prevagen made for your brain. 284 batting average, 2,251 hits, 165 home runs. Finished his career a cup of coffee with the Yankees in '88. Bulk of his career with the Astros, and started with the Cards. Can you name that Yankee? Well, that's going to do it for Will Warren. 6 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. He's trying to pick up his 3rd win of the year. Ben Rice takes a strike. Gordon's still in there. Not only did the manager of the Yankees get the answer to this, but went on to do an imitation of this guy running.
You see an imitation of this guy hitting. He could hit.
So you have the answer.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. I faced him. He was a legend. In the Astrodome, of all places.
2-2 on Rice. Rice 1 for 3, double, run scored, RBI. Actually 2 runs scored. High drive, right field. Smith back, turning, looking, see ya. A long home run for Rice. His 9th of the year, and the Yankees' 9th run of the game. They're up by 7.
You know, About that lefty on lefty thing, yeah, never mind. Another home run from Rice against a left-handed pitcher.
Randall Grichuk, his first at bat after pinch running for Stanton. And he goes around on a pitch upstairs, 0-1.
It's kind of the age-old, question. Lefty on lefty, you're going to struggle. Maybe we should platoon. No, give him a chance. The more reps you get, the better you get. And Ben Rice is looking so much better. That whole at-bat, some of the swings he had on breaking balls, he turned on it. He just looks more comfortable in the box against a left-handed pitcher.
He now has 9 home runs and 20 runs batted in. So that leads the Yankees in RBIs. Hits sharply and past Paredes and goes down the left field line into the corner. Played out there by Harris, and Grichuk, who's been swinging a much better bat, picks up a double.
And Ben Rice just lays all over a slider on the inner half. Did not give an inch. He recognized it and launched it. Stay in there on that breaking ball. Because those are the ones you can pull and get the bat head out and get it pulled in the air and out of here.
Here's Jazz Chisholm. Oh and 1. 2-run single in the first. Solo home run in the fourth. Walked and scored in the sixth. And he's creeping up on the leaderboard behind Alvarez and Murakami. Grounded and past a diving Altuve into right field. Grichuk coming home. The throw not in time, allowing Chisholm to move to second. And the Yankees now lead 10-2 on the RBI single by Jazz.
Just kind of feeling free and easy now, right? It's funny how things tend to happen when you get out of your own way. Couple of home runs, feeling good about it, starting to turn it loose. Yankees offense coming alive to match the great pitching they've seen so far this year.
3 more hits for Jazz Chisholm. Started the day at 188. He's at 216 right now. Things change in a hurry when you're still in April. $2-0 on Ascara. Picked up a single his last time up. And he goes around 2-1. Colton Gordon is tagging one for the Astros right here. And there's another hit for the birthday boy. Smith comes up throwing, holding Jazz Chisholm at third. So 2 hits for Ascara on his 31st birthday.
And Michael, I asked J.C. Ascara before the game if he had any big plans on his 31st birthday, and he just looked at me and said, Aaron Boone told me last night I was in the lineup. That is my plan. It doesn't get much better than that being in this Yankees lineup. 2 hits for him tonight so far.
And that smile tells the story. So 2 for 4 for J.C. Ascara. And only about a minute ago, the Astro bullpen got up, so Gordon remains in there.
Turning into a feel-good day all around for the Yankees lineup. This guy's got a homer. Jazz Chisholm's opened up. Ascara, a couple of knocks.
And Michael, the Yankees video coordinator, Dan Payne, who's out a lot of times during batting practice, videoing these guys, trying to help them get their swings right. Well, it's his birthday today, too. Happy 40th to Dan Payne.
Happy birthday, Dan. Hard-working guy.
Yeah, Dan the man.
Four ribbies tonight for Jazz Chisholm. Matches his total from the first 24 games this year. So it turned around in a hurry. Well, to make matters worse for Gordon, he just got a pitch clock violation. So now it's 2-0. Not a pretty game for Houston. Two and one. Let's take a look at the Optimum Fiber famously fast replay. A Crawford box special. Three and two.
You know, we hear that expression where, you know, you got to get out of your own way. Sometimes you're fighting it, pressing. Seems to be a relief day all the way around. I keep getting back to talking to Bernie Williams back the year he won the batting title. And I asked him, Bernie, what do you think? What are you thinking about when you go to the plate? His answer, nothing, absolutely nothing. And that's getting out of your own way. That's sort of a blank slate that allows your athleticism to take over.
Broken bat right back to the pitcher. There's one on the first. Not in time. That allows Jazz to score the Yankees' 11th run as McMahon picks up another ribby. Walker's looking into the dugout, see if they'll challenge.
Call on the field is safe at first base. Houston is challenged.
Just what a play by Correa. Not only just to catch it, but somehow off balance, get it on the way to first.
I think they got him.
That might be overturned right there. I tell you what, Correa deserves credit for that. That was a fantastic play. An adjustment on the fly.
And the scoop by Walker, who has 41 defensive runs saved since 2022, more than any other first baseman. Yeah, he's out.
Yep.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. Runner is out. Houston retains their challenge.
So it gives the Yankees their second out. Chisholm still scores, but McMahon doesn't get a ribby. (11-2) Yankees. And a strike to Caballero. 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth, 3 in the sixth, 3 in the seventh. Added up, 11 runs for the Yanks. High fly ball, left field. Harris back on the track. See ya! Into the Crawford boxes. A solo home run for Caballero. He joins the club, and the Yankees have a dozen. They're up by 10, 12-2. Now here's Grisham. Gordon is wearing it.
Get him out of there, clear him out, get it up in the air, and it's out. This team's got some swag going on right now. Especially those two guys.
Big "Let's Go Yankees" chant here at Daikin Park. Grisham grounds 1-2 Altuve, and that will do it. But the Yankees put a 4 spot on the board. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Caballero likes the home run. Thank you, guys. 12-13-0 for the Yanks, 2-7-1 for the Astros. Will Warren went 6. About to pick up his 3rd win. Jazz Chisholm, a big night. Lance McCullers lasted 5. And Yainer Diaz, 1 for 2, an RBI single, driving in 1 of the 2 Astro runs. And Fernando Cruz comes on. And Harris swings at his first offering, 0-1. The calculus is not that difficult when it comes to Cruz. Get ahead and then bury them with the splitter. When he doesn't get ahead, sometimes that's problematic.
It's a simple game, right? Throw your fastball just enough for strikes.
You know, it's funny, you never know how a team is going to be affected by travel. The Yankees came from Boston last night, so they arrived very early in the morning. And by the time they got to bed, probably 3, 4 in the morning. And you wonder, are they going to be sleepwalking while they have 12 runs? And down goes Harris. One guy flew ahead, and that was Will Warren. They do that with the starter. But everybody else on the team, they arrived at a very early hour this morning. There's Yainer Diaz. So the Yankees looking for their 7th straight win. Be their longest streak of the young season. You know, there's so many guys in the Yankee bullpen who have been rested so much. And, you know, Aaron Boone was asked today, do you want to get him into a game just so they don't have that much rest? And we'll take a look at the bullpen budget. Brought to you by Citizens. Make sense of your money with Citizens. I mean, there's not a lot of people being used. Doval, it's off the chart how recently he's been used. So everybody has been rested except for Hedrick, and Bednar's pitched in 2 of the last 3 games. But the bottom line is, Boone said, keep giving me those 8-inning starts, he said, because they'll be like a 2 or 3 week stretch where they're all going to need rest.
And you kind of get the feeling, too, that the Yankees bullpen is not a finished product as of yet. You've got some arms in the minor leagues that may come up and help, some guys currently in the rotation that may go down and help, and then the trade deadline.
Driven deep to left field. See ya, a long home run for Diaz. And the Yankees lead is now 12-3.
Get another look at a 4-seam fastball inside. Diaz is quick. Beats him to the spot.
And a strike to Bryce Matthews.
Call is ball, the catcher's challenge.
So the call was a ball, a challenge there by Ascara. Powered by T-Mobile. He was right.
Pitch is a strike. New York has 2 challenges remaining.
Foul back. $12 runs on 13 hits for the Yankees, 3 runs, 8 hits for the Astros. And there goes that pitch as Matthews strikes out. Well, fans, Yankee Games on Yes are streaming live on the Gotham Sports app, included for free with your eligible TV provider subscription. Download and sign into the Gotham Sports app now and check out all the great Yankees content, including pregame features, post-game sound, podcast, and much more. Meredith has the update on Giancarlo Stanton. Meredith?
Michael, I just received word from the Yankees that Giancarlo Stanton left tonight's game with right lower leg tightness. We will have more for you in the postgame.
Well, another reason to tune in. Jack and Bob and Willie Randolph, and the information Meredith is going to send you from the clubhouse as well. It's a must watch. High fly ball, deep right center, Judge back, track, wall, see ya. A home run for Correa. No, they sent up Shoemake to pinch hit against Cruz. So Shoemake was in the Yankee spring training and just got activated. It's a home run, pinch hitting for Correa. Here's a running that Stanton did in that 6th inning. And when he got to 3rd, he was replaced by Grichuk. And you always worry about lower body injuries with Giancarlo. Christian Vasquez pinch hitting for Alvarez. And that one is laced into right field, a base hit. So Joe Espada emptying his bench, kind of rolling up the white flag, but the guys he's sending up as pinch hitters. Well, Shoemake with the home run, and then a single right there for Christian Vasquez. So a rough inning for Fernando Cruz. 2 home runs and a single. And the Yankees get the bullpen up. Jake Bird. Now Jake Bird was called up when Weathers went on paternity leave. Weathers going to start tomorrow, so he'll be back. Jake Bird probably will be sent down when Weathers gets back on the active roster. Here's Shea Whitcomb, pinch hitting for Paredes. So Espada, an opportunity to give some of his regulars a little bit of the game off in a game that the Yankees were winning decisively. The 0-2, swing and a miss. So 3 strikeouts for Cruz, but he does give up 2 runs. We go to the 8th. Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Mohegan Sun. Beyond your wildest. by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. Learn more at genesis.com. And by Optimum Fiber, famously fast fiber internet. That's been all Yankees as we go to the 8th inning. Yankees lead 12-4 on the Hyundai scoreboard. And Judge leads off against Jaden Murray. Well, we told you the Astros' problem has been their pitching. McCullers got hit. Colton Gordon got hit. Now they bring in Murray for the 8th. High fly ball, left center field. One down. One and 0 on Bellinger. Bellinger is 1 for 4 tonight. Yankees have 13 hits to the Astros 10, but the Yankees have made the most of it with their home runs. 12-4 they are leading. Rice a home run, Caballero a home run, Chisholm a home run, and McMahon a home run. Ryan Yarbrough warming. Two and one on Bellinger.
Kind of been the opposite story for the Astros so far this year. Their bullpen has been thrashed and overused. And as you mentioned before, the Yankees bullpen underused, raring to go.
Coming into tonight, the Astros last 17 games in the bullpen, 6.26 ERA. He's missing by a lot inside. Those are the changes defensively. Hit sharply and a nice grab by Walker. He's as good as they get over there.
Played that like a third baseman, right? I mean, nothing to it on a smash backhand.
So here's Rice. Couple of RBIs, giving him 20 on the season, hit a home run. A solo shot leading off the 7th, his 9th of the year.
Got 7 doubles to go with those 9 home runs as well. That's why his slugging percentage is .756 right now.
Two and one on Rice.
He's just turned into an absolute monster in the batter's box. Every pitch he's on. Every swing he's looking to do damage.
Grounded sharply to Matthews. And the Yankees go down in order against Murray, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. Now it's time to name that Yankee. We'll give you the clues, and David will give you the answer.
Yeah, Cheo Cruz. The fantastic baseball player. You see him there in his Yankee uniforms, but he was a really good hitter for the Astros for a long time. A legend. Could really swing the bat. Jose Cruz, and also had a son that was a pretty good ball player too.
And the Yankees face his grandson in spring training, who's with the Tigers. 3 top 8 finishes in National League MVP while with the Astros. Played final 38 games of his career with the Yankees in '88. 6 seasons hitting 300 or above, all with Houston, and his number 25. One's retired here with the Astros. There's Daniel Johnson, took over in center field, now leads off, filling the hole vacated by Jose Altuve. Ryan Yarbrough, the new Yankee pitcher, so Joe Espada has emptied his bench. No one left on the bench for the Astros. Two and 0. There's a base hit for Daniel Johnson. See, Bellinger has moved to right field to replace Judge, and Rosario takes over in left field. So Rosario will bat in Judge's spot, the second spot in the order. And here's Christian Walker. You know, with benches now limited to 4 players, you can't get everybody out. So Walker's a veteran, but he's going to play this one out. Wondering your opinion, David. You know, Craig Counsell of the Cubs doesn't like that the Dodgers get to carry an extra pitcher because one of those pitchers is Ohtani, also a position player. So teams are limited to carrying 13 pitchers on their staff. The Dodgers can carry 14. That's drilled to left field and deep. It's fair, it's gone. It is foul.
I think Counsell's got a point. I certainly sympathize with him, but if he had Ohtani on his roster, he would love to take advantage of it. Ohtani's just such a unique unicorn of a player. They had to change the rules for him.
And the one big rule they changed, if he starts and gets knocked out, he's still the DH. So looks like JC is going to challenge that. He's going to be right. Now he's just showing off. So the DH rule has been changed, so Ohtani stays in the game even though he leaves as the pitcher, and allowing the Dodgers carry an extra pitcher than everybody else could. Strike 3. Walker down looking. You know what I never really got, David? You should be able to configure your roster whichever way you want. If you want to carry 17 pitchers and nobody on the bench, that's your call. Because with the 3 batter minimums, like, you can't have 4 pitches in per inning.
There's been a constituted effort on Major League Baseball's part to enhance the starting pitching again. To create incentives for starters to go longer.
So fewer options in the bullpen. They're hoping that managers stay with their starters longer.
That's part of it. And then the sort of the action in the game instead of multiple pitching changes. Even with the 3-man rule, 3 batter minimum.
That is Joe Girardi's least favorite rule in baseball. He says he thinks it takes away from strategy. And you can make the argument, well, there's got to be a strategy when you use that pitcher for 3 batters too. But he believes you should be able to bring in a pitcher for 1 batter and take him out.
Well, managers like to manage.
2-1. 2-2 on Cam Smith. It's been all Yankees. They lead 12-4. Will Warren. If the Yankees hold on, we'll go to 3-0. Strike 3. Smith down looking. Well, come celebrate Star Wars Day at Yankee Stadium on Saturday, May 2nd. There'll be appearances by your favorite Star Wars characters, and the first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a Max Fried Mandalorian bobblehead. Tickets are going fast, so get your tickets today at Yankees.com, and may the force be with you. Runner goes. Dustin Harris will take a strike. So Johnson takes second on defensive indifference. One and one. Could not hold up. Runner goes to third. So 1-2 on Harris. Yarborough has 2 strikeouts in the inning. Check swing. Just missed. 3-2.
And when you look at all the changes in Major League Baseball over the last few years and the success of a lot of the changes, you wonder what's next. Whether it's the check swing rule that we've talked about.
And he just missed on 3 straight pitches to walk Harris.
It's hard to argue with the success of some of these changes, including the pitch clock, even though some players are still probably a little ruffled by it, but there's no doubt it's been successful in the time of the game and a little more action going.
Harris takes off for second. He'll get there.
Feels like the challenge system's been a success for the first month of the season. The fans seem to really like it. It's been humbling for some players when you're wrong. I think the umpires are excellent at what they do.
Left field. Rosario puts it away, and that'll do it. No runs a hit. 2 men left. We go to the 9th. Well, fans, stay tuned after the final out for tonight's WB Mason Yankees postgame as Bob Lorenz, Jack Curry, and Willie Larry Randolph will have highlights and analysis. Meredith Marakovitz gets player interviews in the clubhouse, and we'll hear from Aaron Boone on the manager's report. All coming up next on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. And the pitch to Grichuk is the ball. Brian Abreu comes on. You know, one of the oddities about Brian Abreu, he's a really good pitcher, but not against the Yanks. Yankees have always had his number. Very strange. Grichuk came in to pinch run for Stanton when Stanton got injured in the 6th. Then in Grichuk's first at bat in the 7th, he doubled the left field, came around to score. So started the day on the bench, but he has 2 runs scored. Hit shortly, backhanded by Whitcomb across the diamond. One away. So here's Jazz, 3 for 3 with a walk. 4 ribbies, 3 runs scored. That's a day.
One thing about Abreu this year, you mentioned him in the Yankees owning him, Michael, is that his velocity is really down this year, almost 2 miles an hour off his fastball, and he's gotten off to a slow start. Seen him 93, 94. He was 96, 97 last year on average. So that's a red flag when you're looking at the first drop off in velocity for a power reliever.
3-0 on Jazz.
And usually when that happens, your secondary stuff kind of fall off a little bit too.
Three and one. And the count is full. And the big righty deals. Strike 3, and Jazz is challenging.
Call is ball the, or the call strike the batter's challenge.
Powered by T-Mobile. Let's see if Jazz is right. Right down the middle. Crowd mocks him with boos.
That's the beauty of the challenge system. Everybody gets humbled. That's right down the middle. You could almost tell by the frustration from the umpire in a 12-4 game. The inflection, the tone of his voice told you everything you needed to know.
I think he didn't want to strike out and just was hoping for the best. Maybe a computer malfunction. Ground ball second base, Matthews. And the Yankees go down in order in the ninth. Last licks coming up for the Astros. Yankees baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Hyundai. Test drive a new Hyundai today, only at your local Hyundai dealer. And by Sage, proud accounting software provider of the New York Yankees. Some names and faces from the past. We go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Yankees trying to win their 7th straight. They're up 12-4. Will Warren started. He pitched 6. Fernando Cruz pitched the 7th, gave up a couple of home runs. And Ryan Yarbrough in the 8th, and now out there to get the final 3 outs. It'll be 9-1-2 in the Astros order against the Yankee lefty. One and 0. And a challenge by Escara. That was a ball, and Escara challenges. ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. And he was wrong. fouled away. You know what's funny? The home plate umpire is not even announcing these. He's so chapped. You're challenging. You're up 8 runs in the 9th inning and challenging. He's not even announcing it to the crowd. Well, there'll be no more challenges. The Yankees are out.
Yes.
The Astros do have 1 left. Ground ball, backhanded by Caballero, sets and fires, got him.
The classic shortstop play, right? Deep in the hole, you got to plant and you got to fire it over there. Check and check.
Here's Shoemake.
He's played well at short.
Not many teams can absorb the loss of their starting shortstop and really not skip a beat. He's really been that good. And his offense has picked up too. Oh, 2. Shoemake hit a home run in the 7th. Pinch hitting for Correa. Rips that one foul. He was acquired by the Astros from the Yankees on April 19th in exchange for minor league right-hander Wilmy Sanchez. And he got activated with the Astros prior to Monday night's game and took the roster spot of Nick Allen, who was placed on the IL due to mid-back spasms. Two. Right in on the hands, foul back. You know, young players that just got called up, they're not going to phone in these at-bats because it's an 8-run deficit. These at-bats mean everything to them. Opportunity to make an impression. Popped up. Caballero. And the Astros are down to their final out. Here's Christian Vasquez. Got off to a good start, as you can see, offensively. Last chance saloon for the Astros. And a strike. Astros about to go 10-17. As they sit at the bottom of the West, and the Yankees about to go 17-9.
The Yankees offense is coming alive. Their pitching has been fantastic. Garrett Cole and Carlos Rodon are on the way. Things are looking pretty good in Yankee universe right now.
Popped up. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Rice, and the Yankees win 12-4 to win their 7th straight game. Good outing by Warren. As David mentioned, the offense exploded, and so far perfect on this long road trip, especially that guy, Jazz Chisholm.
Yeah, the offense is waking up, and they're feeling good about themselves right now. And Jazz Chisholm's got a little swag. Jose Caballero, they're up the middle, playing well. Aaron Boone, feeling good about it. Pitching keeps you in the game every game. The offense comes around, you're going to win a lot of games.
So a big smile for Rice, who now has 20 runs batted in and 9 home runs. A big day for Jazz Chisholm. 12-13-0 for the Yanks, and the Astros 4-11-1. 7 straight wins for the New York Yankees. When we come back, we'll be handing out awards. Then after that, the postgame with Bob and Jack and Willie Randolph and Meredith Morakovitz.